What's going on, y'all? It's Sounds here with another beat making tip video. In this video, what I want to talk about is things that will make you better as a producer slash beat maker. These things that I'm going to talk about are things that actually made me better as a producer slash beat maker. I'm going to give you 5 different tips, and these are 5 of the things, not all of the things, but 5 of my top things that helped me out when I was trying to come up as a producer and get better as a producer, and get my skills up. The first thing I'm going to talk about, and this is what I do, is making beats when you're by yourself. This actually helps you concentrate when you're making beats. Especially for me, I hate when somebody's sitting behind me and they're going, nah, don't put that in, nah, I don't like that sound. Stuff like that will actually distract you and keep you from actually making the beat that you really want. The best way to do it is to make the beat when you're by yourself and then show it to people. And then if they want to make changes, if they want to make a song to it or something like that, or if you want to make a song to it, then you make changes from there. But while you're actually trying to come up with something for a beat, you really don't want somebody sitting behind you or a crowd of people, because it can really, mess up the process of what you're trying to do when it comes to making a beat. And that's really a key thing that you want to focus on when making your beats. So try to be alone when you're making your beats. Remake other people's beats that you really like industry beats, whatever. Stuff that you think is real hot. And the reason why I say this is not to steal somebody's beat or anything like that, but it's to really get you to understand how certain beats are made when you want to say, how did they do that? Try to do it yourself. If they sample something and you want to know how to do it, find the sample that they got or that they used in that beat, and you go ahead and use that beat and chop it up or do whatever, or loop it, however they did it, and use whatever sounds you have that are as close to theirs as possible. And then, listen to their beats real close and then remake them yourself. That way, when you're doing your beats, you'll understand the things that went into making that beat or those beats that you remake, and then you'll know how to do it because you've done it now. You know what I mean? You can actually take that and incorporate it into your beats, and later on that'll come natural to you. You'll be able to actually just do things like it's nothing. It'll be like riding a bike. It's easy. You know what I mean? It'll come easy to you, and you'll be able to just make some crazy beats later on, and it'll actually really make you better as a producer. My third tip on this would be to get new drum sounds, samples, guitar sounds, whatever. Getting new drum sounds and everything really helped me out coming up as a producer, because I started out with like the basic sounds that came with whatever keyboard I had, or the MPC when I bought it, it came with a few sounds. And when you get new drum sounds, it'll just give a whole different feel to your beats. You can actually go back to some of your old beats and put the new drums on there, and it'll actually give it a whole different feel and actually bring it out more. And getting new drum sounds will actually kind of hype you up and spark some kind of energy in you, which would get you to make better beats. You know what I mean? You'll be able to make different kinds of beats just because you have new sounds, and those new sounds will bring something different out in you. And this actually helped me out coming up as a producer. Whenever I sample something new, even now, I mean, you'll just make some stuff and you'll be like, dag, did I just make that? You won't even know, that sound could have done that for you. You know what I'm saying? Some people stick with the same drums over and over time, and after a while you start to just, I don't know how to explain it, but you just kind of stay at the same level for a long time. And getting new sounds will actually bring you up to a whole nother level, a whole new level. And trust me, it'll really bring something different out in your beats when you're really trying to get better at making beats. So remember that that tip there when it comes to getting new sounds. Now this tip I actually talked about in another video back in the past that I made, but I'm going to re-emphasize on this for those who haven't seen that video. But that one is to make as many beats a day as you can. There was one time when I used to be able to make 5 beats a day. A lot of people said that was a lot, which it is a lot for some people. But making as many as you can per day, even if you could do 1 a day, just keeping yourself in practice is very important to being a beat maker and becoming better as a beat maker and a producer. This will definitely keep your skills where they are and then begin to elevate them as you go on and progress in your beat making abilities and in your beat making career, or if you're doing it as just a hobby or whatever. This will definitely make you better as a beat maker. Alright, number one on this beat making tip list, and this is definitely the best thing that's worked for me, that is to hang out with other musical people, other beat makers, other producers, musicians, whatever. For some reason, when you hang out with other people and they might do something when it comes to making music that will spark something in you, you know what I'm saying? It'll bring out a different energy in you that when you go home to make a beat, you'll just create something crazy. And it's not always going to happen, but a lot of times it does happen. And you really want to hang out with people that are either better than you at making beats or doing music or whatever, or just people that do different kinds of music. You know what I mean? It doesn't exactly have to be the kind of music that you make, but definitely hanging out with people that are better than you or have been doing it longer and know a little more than you. They'll teach you stuff while you're hanging out with them in the studio while they're creating projects or whatever. This would definitely help you out when you go back to your studio and start to create stuff, because this has definitely helped me out over the years, coming up as a producer and getting me seasoned as a producer. But yeah, definitely try that out. If you can find some kind of producers forum or something like that, and see if there's any producers in your area, or go to live concerts and shows and get to know some of the musicians there. Whether it's an open mic or karaoke night, whatever it is, you can find all kind of different talents there. Go to concerts. Even if it's a small concert, you might find some acts there that aren't big yet, but they're actually really talented, and it will definitely spark something within you that will get you better as a beat maker and as a producer, and will get you to different levels where you might want to get to coming up in your career as being a producer. Yeah, man, so that's all I got for today. I just want to thank each and every one of y'all who have subscribed right now. I've reached over 10,000 subscribers now. I thank y'all for that, for the love that y'all sent me. I'll try to get back to as many questions that people have been sending me over time, and this video was actually based on a lot of questions that I've been getting on how to get better at making beats and things like that, and where do I get my samples, how do I sample, stuff like that. I just put this out so I could help a few people out there. But yeah, man, that's all I got for now. That's Sound signing off, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.
Sometimes I envision myself sailing higher than the clouds, sitting over the Himalayas, higher than the astronaut floating up in the spaceship. Tell me, am I dreaming or am I hallucinating? There is no preparation when your talent takes you.